Yeah, I know. Super late, not wearing a hat. Well, let's talk about what I did Friday and Saturday. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a safe and awesome weekend. Whew, boy. I just attended my very first con. Went to Comicpalooza. Went with my local comic shop Friday to help set up. We left at I think Jen and I were up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Went and took a whole bunch of stuff from the store down there. Got to wear this badge. Take it off here. Check that out. Got to wear that. This one I'm gonna have to get back to Jenna because unfortunately, since I didn't work, I'm not working the whole weekend because I got to go back to other job tonight. Yeah, like I said, it's 1:30 in the morning. For me, it's Sunday. I won't be able to help the rest of the weekend. That kind of sucks. But I do have this because I did buy my own pass for Saturday. So Saturday morning, since Miss Jen was gracious enough to let me ride up there with them, I was like, you know what, I'm going to help them, bring some more stuff in the morning and, just try to calm my nerves by walking around because Jenna had to work the thing. They had to actually work the booth. So it was my first con. I pretty much did it alone. Real funny story though. Jenna wanted some popcorn. I spent 45 minutes looking for popcorn. Couldn't find it. Followed a group of people and they were all like, man, I smell the popcorn, but I can't find it. So I'm walking, and the next thing you know, I see this Jubilee cosplay. And this Jubilee looks super familiar. It was Shanice from Space Cadets, the show and the shop, with her boyfriend Steve. And I was like, Shanice, where did you get that popcorn? And she turned around and she's like, oh, she offered me some. I was like, well, actually, it's for Jenna. So took me to the corner, got Jenna the popcorn, took it back to her. It was a pretty funny story. But here's my pass that I bought. So I get to keep. This one is super cool. Some of these badges, man, were dope. There's the exhibitor one, then there was the Saturday one, then there was people who got Friday and Saturday, and then people got a full weekend, then there's professional ones. Super, super dope. I'm going to show you what Jenna got last, because one of the super cool things was that part of the creative team, Mr. Dan Price of Bigfoot Knows Karate, was there. This was my first time meeting him face to face. Super cool guy. And, I went over there, said hi, shook his hand, gave him a hug. It's for people that know me, they know, I'm super socially awkward. I'm anxiety. I can't believe, I think my hype for this just overrode my emotion about, oh my God, there's so many people. Because usually I get nervous in a packed restaurant, and this was thousands of people here at this thing. But, he had a booth mate there, and I heard his name was Robert. And it says on his card, R. Robert Garcia. Now, first of all, this card is super cool. It's like a thick plastic card. It is for his comic that, while I'm talking to Dan, I'm kind of trying to move out of the way. So, I don't want to get in the way of Dan selling Bigfoot Knows Karate or Latex Avenger or anything. I want him to succeed and his booth buddy to succeed. Well, I get to a certain part and I notice that Robert's book is there, and the book immediately caught my eye. Just the cover alone was super dope. But this is his card. This is for his book, Retribution. Super dope. And I'm going to have Sean put the links to this company. I'm not sure if it's a company, but it's cheesycomicshop.com. And it's got the email on there and all that. But I thought, I mean, this is I don't know how well you can see that. That's a pretty thick card. Like, but anyway, let me show you the book, because I got a lot of cool stuff here. Take this bad boy out of the bag. Make sure I got part 1, part 2 correct. Yes, okay. So this one is Retribution, Chapter 1. Check that out. Super dope book. Super dope. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. I know for a fact I'm going to butcher names. You know how terrible I am with names. But the creator, the writer, and the letterer was R. Robert Garcia. Pencils, inks, and colors was, and please correct me if I'm saying this wrong, Giulia, Giulia Gualazzi, Gualazzi. They also did the cover. The inside cover art was done by Rodney Ford. Developmental editor Nicole D'Andrea. Copy editor Vess. Associate editor Eric Sepulveda. Variant covers Giulia Gualazzi. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with names again. Kevin Keane, Kaja Lawley, Scott Oakley. That one, yeah, Cheesy Comics. Retribution Chapter 1 Purpose. I mean, just look at that cover. Like, when I got around to the edge of the table, and I saw that, I was like, ooh. And Robert definitely sold me on this. Now, I bought that one, and then I don't know what it was, but Robert decided, hey man, why don't you go ahead, if I can get it out of the bag, and go ahead and take issue 2, or chapter 2. Issue 2, chapter 2. But I mean, look at these covers, man. Like, I'm definitely going to read this as soon as I can. Probably not right now, because, like I said, I've been going. But, man, these, it looks so good. I am super excited to read this. This looks super, super dope. Robert, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. That was my very first purchase for myself at a Comic-Con. So these are super special. Super duper special. I got some other stuff because I can't remember. I don't know the exact order of when I got things now. Again, it's a blur. But the next thing I got was super cool. It's my buddy Dan Price, man. I wish Casey could have been there. Casey's the other creator on Bigfoot Knows Karate. And if there's a chance for you to get that book, folks, if you ever see Dan in a con, he's got that book, or there's a way to order that book from him, get it. I'm telling you, everyone that was there, I'm talking to complete strangers, you know, because I'm super excited because I saw people pick up the book. I was like, man, you're going to love it. You're going to love this book, dude. I promise you. Like, you're never going to see the twist coming. Super great. I'm going to try not to make this a super, super long video, but this is like my first con. I'm super excited to talk about it. Super excited to show you all the stuff I got. Almost forgot to mention this awesome So I had a Triangle of Truth shirt Jenna made me that I don't know why I wore it Friday because it was just vendors and stuff there, but for today, she made me, yeah, she made this experience shirt. Like, check that out. Wore this, gotta represent the experience. But anyway, Dan was like, pick something. He was like, here's all these covers of Bigfoot, here's this. And I am the worst when it comes to people doing that. Like, I was at a con today where I had pretty much free roam. I walked around. I was kind of too, I don't know, afraid maybe, I don't know, to walk up to buy anything really, aside from what I got from Dan and Robert and this next book. I'm the worst. Like, somebody could tell me, you just won $1 billion shopping spree, but you got to spend $100 of it right now, and I wouldn't know what to get, and I'd lose it just because I'm just terrible. So finally I was like, you know what, Dan, just pick something out, man, surprise me. And he got me, oh my goodness, he picked out Latex Avenger. I can't wait to read this. Latex Avenger is, and this is not a bad thing that I'm saying, it's on the opposite end of the spectrum to where Bigfoot Knows Karate is. Like, Bigfoot Knows Karate is this certain book. Okay, it's at one end, great book. But on the other end of great and absurd and sophomore humor is Latex Avenger. So, I've read one of the stories from Latex Avenger. Haven't read this one. This is going to be great. So, Dan, thank you for that. But not only did Dan do that, as everybody knows, my wife loves stickers. So he was like, real quick before I get the stickers, gave me a little thing for the Latex Avenger. I won't flip it over because there's like a QR code thingy on the back and I don't want to mess that up. But it's for his Halloween Man Meets Latex Avenger. This is on Indiegogo right now. So be sure to check that out. Looks super ridiculous and funny at the same time. But there's that. He was like, Jenna loves stickers. Here. So we got some more Bigfoot Knows Karate stickers. There's Kung Fu Thulu. Super dope sticker. Here's I don't know how well this is going to show up, but it's a shiny Bigfoot Knows Karate. It's not going to show. There will. Maybe a little bit. Y'all know how terrible I am at this part. I'm just going to hold it there. Hopefully y'all can see it. Just that. Then this with a beautiful sunset. One thing I'm going to tell everybody right now, and I'm pretty sure that Sean mentioned it in his awesome review that he did, because I'm terrible at reviews, but I love the books. Just know that. But I will be reviewing this Retribution. I will. But Dan does the art for Bigfoot Knows Karate with his finger. Not a stylus, nothing. I've watched him do this, and it's no joke to say this man has more talent in his finger than I have at all anywhere on my body. Like, just the detail that he can put into this character and just how awesome it looks. I mean, I can't gush about the dude enough. Like, that's impressive to me. That is super impressive. Okay, so there's the stickers. Now, while I was there visiting him, and like I said, introduced me to Robert, introduced me to two other gentlemen, and I'm really sorry if I wish I could remember your names. I apologize for that. It really has been a long day. We got this comic from Lesser Known Comics, and dude here, he was just like, here you go. He was like, hey man, can I get a picture with you? And I was like, of course. That's awesome. And they shared it like immediately. That was super awesome. Break this open. This was written by Mark Bernal. Artist was Andrea Pescasolido. And the letterer was Wes. It's either Locher or Locher. I apologize for that. I want to say that the gentleman he introduced me to. Sure, yep, that's who it was. Mark Bernal. So, Mark, I can't wait to dig into this, man. I appreciate, like, you have no idea. I tell people all the time, we're not a super big channel. Like, most of these folks have, like, no reason at all to have anything to do with us, really. We're just lovers of comics. We're lovers of, folks we believe that a lot of times don't get enough, shine put on them. So we're super appreciative when anybody does anything like, tagging us in stories and things like that, man. That was super cool. Again, I really appreciate it. I also got a cool sticker. So yeah, I'm showing you all this stuff now because Jenna's asleep. She still has today to get through, Sunday to get through. I'm unfortunately, again, like I said, I'm not going to be there to help tear it down or anything. But showing all these stickers, so when she gets home and she feels like it, stickers are all hers. Speaking of which, I got some stuff specifically for her. Some of it's kind of for both of us. Most of it's for both of us, actually. Her friend, Nicole Fernandez, she's the owner of Bad Taco. And I'll see if I can get Sean to put a link to that. But Saturday, Jenna was looking at some of the stuff she was selling, and she was like, "Man, I really love this sticker." So I went up to Nicole today. I was like, "Hey, let me buy this sticker from you." And she was like, "Nah." So I can't remember what this thing is called. I had trouble saying the name of it, but Jenna loved it. I got it for her. Now, this is going to be kind of a long one. Like I said, I got another story or two to tell you. So, Jenna decides to tell Shanice and Steve, kidnap my husband because, I'd walk away for a little bit, but then I'd come right back to the booth because, again, I'm by myself. It's nobody's fault or anything. It's just they're super busy, and, I just don't know what to do with myself, just walking around. So, we're walking around, and so I've gotten the popcorn for her. She wanted a Sailor Moon sticker. So we found this one booth, and I wish I would have taken a card from this person. So I'm sorry that I can't give you any credit for these. I wish I could, but I'm the dummy who doesn't know Comic-Con, etiquette just yet. But found some really cool stickers for her. So, I mean, these were like 3 for $5. So there's that one. Then I got her another Sailor Scout. And I was about to get her a third one. One more time with that. I was about to get her a third one, but then I saw another character, and I know she loves this little dude. So, yeah, want to get ahead and got her Grr. Now, the second thing I got her, and I'm going to go ahead and show this off in the video. So when we first got there, first of all, if you are an exhibitor, I believe is what they call it, a lot of the other booths give you some cool discounts and stuff. So just so you know. So this is from Phantasy Realms, FantasyRealms.com. This is one of our favorite movies, Western-wise. Now, the cool thing about this was, Jenna went to go get me my badge, and we walked by this booth, and she saw these, and she was like, "Oh my goodness!" And they were like, "Come back when you're ready. We'll give you a really good price." And I won't tell you exactly the price on these, but it was a super awesome price. So much so that I ended up getting 4 of these. So, Fantasy Realms, we'll put a link. You know, we're going to put a link down in the description. But Fantasy Realms. And what we got was, like I said, this is for both of us. I'm going to show these. Oh my goodness. Be careful with this. Oh, look at that. Little Johnny Ringo from Tombstone. Now, this cat does all this with airbrush. That's airbrush. I mean, I got to look through his book. He was like, "Come on, man, go ahead, look through my book, check some stuff out." I was like, "Man, super impressive stuff." And he signed all of them. Boom! I'm gonna make a real awkward edit here. I was putting everything away. The card for the Phantasy Realms prints fell out. Totally forgot, because the gentleman was nice enough to even write the sizes on the back of the card. But the artist's name was Patrick Rasmusen. I really hope I'm saying that right. Okay, back to the rest of the video. Thanks. Okay, we got Wyatt Earp right there. Ooh. Be careful. Then we have just what I believe is one of the most iconic the fact this guy does it with the airbrush is just so impressive. Got that iconic OK Corral shot. Probably can't see that. But we got all the Earp Boys on one side. You got Doc Holliday right there. Hopefully you can see that. Super dope. And then of course is this the last one? Let me make sure before I put my foot in my mouth here. Yeah, this is the last one. Then we just got this solo Doc Holliday. I don't care what anybody says. Doc Holliday was Val Kilmer's best role I think he's ever had in a movie. That's my opinion. I'll go to the grave with that one. So, all right. Last but certainly not least, by a long shot. So, again, this is my first time at a con. Jenna had one more person she wanted me to go talk to. Now, unfortunately, Anthony Starr wasn't there. I was a little too nervous to try to go see Karen or Kimiko from The Boys, but there was a voice actor there who has been in a series of games since 2006, 2008. It's a game that I've been playing forever. I own them all. I love them all. I don't care. I own the comics. I own the books. I own pretty much everything. And Jen was like, "This is the third thing you have to do for me today. You need to go tell this man that I love him and I love playing that character in those 3 games." And she did. Like, that's not just her saying it. So, Shanice's boyfriend Steve took me up there and he's like, "I didn't know that you could just talk to him. Like, you don't have to buy an autograph. Like, I thought that's specifically what you had to do. You had to buy or give them some kind of money to be able to talk to him." No. First of all, this gentleman's name is Carlos Ferro. God, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but I just checked. At least that's how it's spelled. He has voiced many characters. I believe he's also in the new Baymax Disney Plus series. But we know him as Dominic Dom Santiago from Gears of War. And first of all, one of the coolest guys. Like, come on. He was such a nice dude. Regaled us with stories, you know. Steve had a better story than me. I was like, I can try to one-up it, but I don't think I'm going to. I was like, now look, my wife told me, before I could even get anything out, he's like, I found that nothing good ever starts with "my wife told me to tell you." But he was super funny. I was like, man, I shook his hand. Such a gracious dude, like so awesome. I was like, dude, my wife loves you. You know, she loved playing as Dom in Gears, and we were totally gutted about what happened to that character in the third one. And he's like, well, man, where is she? You know, why didn't you bring her? I said, well, unfortunately, she's working a booth. Well, then, you know, after talking to him, and, you know, I didn't buy anything from him. He just talked to me, and that was so awesome. Uh, then Shanice and Steve are like, you know what? Why don't we go ask Miss Jen if we could cover for Jenna for like 10, 15 minutes? So they okayed it. I took Jenna down there. I sent her down. I was staying there, and I was like, you know what? This would be for both of us, but let's get his autograph. So we paid the money. I paid her, gave her the money to get the autograph. She walks up there, and she almost starts crying. She does cry a little bit, but not like full blown. And Carlos and his man, I guess it's his manager that was sitting with him. Maybe they're like, "Dude, what are you doing? Come down here." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I came down there, and he talked to her, he talked to me, he talked to the other two people that were standing there. Just such a sweet dude. Like, he could have just been like, hey, one at a time, or, you know, I've already talked to you and you didn't pay anything. He could have been a complete dick. Pardon my French. But he wasn't. He was just such a nice guy. For real. If you ever get a chance to meet Carlos Ferro, please do so. Such a gracious dude. You could tell he was tired, but man, he had an energy about him. He was such a nice dude. He said a bunch of Dom's catchphrases from the game, which was really cool. So naturally, all that being said, that long 10-minute spiel to show you this Gears of War picture. And I made it out to Jenna, and he got Jenna good with a, I won't go into the joke, but it's basically a Jenna Malone, Jenna Jameson kind of joke. It was hysterical. But it says Jenna, and then the quote, "Sup, bitches?" And then he signed it, Carlos Ferro, and then underneath that he signed it Dom. So, such a super cool guy. Like, I've been so lucky to meet people that I've been excited to meet, and they have definitely lived up to those expectations. So I, just from the bottom of our hearts, Carlos, Dan, everybody that I met, if you happen to be able to watch this video or even made it through to the end of this video, since I'm rambling like I normally always do, honestly, y'all, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This made my first con, even though I was pretty much alone for it, and, you know, Jenna didn't get to share in that, you know, a whole lot of that experience with me. It's certainly appreciated, y'all, and we will treasure all this stuff that we've gotten. We're going to put links to everything we can find. I got one more thing to show you, and I promise that should be it. This was cool. This is a Comicpalooza 2022 mug from Pecos Pete's Natural Tea and Soda. Now, what this does is you could buy, this is a 40-ounce one, I believe. You could buy this one, or I think there was an insulated one, and then there was like a special edition one, something like that. And what this does is you get free refills. So tomorrow, I'm hoping Jenna can take this with her and get her free refills. But also, I've heard that for the most part, you bring this back next year, you either get, I think you get discounted drinks or something like that. Like, again, I don't know all the cool etiquette. Folks, I'm sorry this video is taking so long. I was so excited about this, and I appreciate everyone that talked to me, everyone that gave me the time of day. I just appreciate. I really do. This was awesome. I hope the next time I get to go is with a group of people. I might do a little better that way. But again, not too bad. Like, There was some super anxious moments that I just kind of pushed down. I had an awesome time. But if you stayed till like this far in the video, you know the spiel. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what cons you've been to. What was your first con like? What's some more con etiquette I could learn, because I have no idea. This is kind of me playing it by ear. I mean, I know basic things. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, again, broken record J as I am. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Space Cadets. Thank you to my wife, Nicole, Miss Jen King, Carlos, Dan, Robert, Mark, just to everybody. Thank you. And I'll try not to take up so much time for the next one. But until then, you have an awesome rest of your week. Later, times.